Did you know that one of the world's most luxurious and respected brands was born amidst wars, prohibitions, and crises that nearly led to its bankruptcy? BMW didn't start as a luxury car manufacturer, but as an aircraft engine company that faced destruction, reinvention, and rebirth until it became a true empire of German engineering. Today you will learn about the amazing journey of BMW, from its humble beginnings to the moment it conquered the world's roads and became a symbol of innovation, speed, and prestige. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the stories about the giants who changed the world, and comment below. Which BMW car would you most like to drive someday? The history of BMW begins in 1916, in the midst of the First World War, when two small Bavarian companies joined forces to form Bayerische Motor und Werke, or simply BMW. The initial goal was not to manufacture luxury cars or motorcycles, but aircraft engines. And from the very beginning, the brand stood out for its technical excellence. While other companies were still seeking solutions to gain altitude and efficiency, BMW delivered engines that impressed with their durability, power, and reliability. The BMW 3A engine, launched in 1917, was one of the brand's first major successes. It allowed aircraft to reach greater altitudes with reduced fuel consumption, something revolutionary for the time. This innovation put BMW on the map of German engineering and quickly transformed it into a respected name within the aeronautical industry. It was in this context that BMW's image as a symbol of precision and quality was born, values that would remain alive throughout its history. The famous blue and white logo also emerged during this period, inspired by the colors of the Bavarian flag. Over time, a popular interpretation arose that the circle represented a propeller moving against the blue sky, a reference to the company's origins in aviation engines. Although this explanation has become entrenched as a myth, it helped strengthen BMW's identity as a company born to challenge the limits of air and speed. But BMW's life would not be simple. The end of World War I brought drastic changes to Germany and to the company itself. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, prohibited the country from manufacturing aircraft engines. This meant that the young BMW, whose existence depended on this production, was on the verge of collapse. Imagine, a company created to fly in the skies, suddenly forbidden from doing what defined it. Many believed it would be the end. However, the essence of BMW was not to give up. This initial crisis turned into an opportunity. Instead of disappearing, the brand decided to reinvent itself. If it couldn't produce aircraft engines, it would turn its expertise to other areas of engineering. Thus, BMW began manufacturing industrial engines, then motorcycles, and gradually paved a new path that would take it far beyond what its founders could have imagined in 1916. This first phase of BMW's history shows something fundamental: its capacity for adaptation. From its inception, the company was shaped by extreme difficulties, but always responded with innovation. BMW was not just an engine factory, it was a factory of ideas. And this characteristic would be the foundation that would sustain it through all the crises that were yet to come. And you? Did you know that BMW started by producing aircraft engines and almost disappeared after World War I? Leave a like to support the channel, subscribe to follow the next chapters of this incredible journey, and comment below. What surprised you most so far? The revolutionary engine that defied the skies, or BMW's courage in reinventing itself in the face of prohibition? When BMW was banned from manufacturing aircraft engines after World War I, it seemed the company was doomed to fail. After all its expertise and reputation came from that area. But it was precisely at this critical moment that one of the brand's greatest strengths was born: the ability to reinvent itself. Unable to continue in the aeronautical sector, BMW sought new avenues. In the early 1920s, the company began manufacturing industrial engines, agricultural equipment, and even railway brakes. These products were far from the glamour the brand would one day achieve, but they were fundamental in keeping the company alive. This phase demonstrates how BMW has always found a way to transform limitations into opportunities. A few years later, in 1923, BMW took a bold step and launched its first motorcycle, the BMW R32. This model not only marked the company's entry into a new market, but also established quality and engineering standards that would define the brand's identity. The R32 had an air-cooled, two-cylinder boxer engine that offered impressive performance and reliability. Its success was immediate. The motorcycle not only sold well, but also put BMW in the spotlight in speed competitions, solidifying the idea that the brand had found a new path to shine. BMW was thus beginning to move ever closer to the automotive world. Its experience with high-precision engines, now applied to motorcycles, paved the way for something even bigger. However, the economic and political environment in Germany during the 1920s and 1930s was unstable. There was rampant inflation, crises, and social instability. Once again, BMW needed to prove its resilience. In 1928, the company took a decisive step. It acquired Fahrzeugfabrik Eisenach, a car factory that produced the small English Austin 7 car under license. With this acquisition, BMW finally entered the automobile market. The brand's first car, the BMW 315, may not have been luxurious or revolutionary, but it represented the beginning of a new era. BMW was no longer just a manufacturer of engines or motorcycles. It was officially a car manufacturer. This transition clearly demonstrates the essence of BMW: adapting, expanding, and seeking new horizons even when all seemed lost. From aircraft engines to industrial equipment, from motorcycles to cars, the company built a solid foundation that allowed it to grow and compete in increasingly challenging markets. The great lesson from this phase is that BMW never limited itself to a single product. It always knew that its true strength lay in engineering, in the ability to create solutions that combine performance, innovation, and reliability. This mentality would be the foundation that would sustain the brand during the turbulent decades that were still to come. And what's most fascinating is realizing how, with each crisis, BMW emerged even stronger. Having lost its original identity in aircraft engines, it gained a new one in motorcycles. Facing economic difficulties, it found its path to the future in automobiles. It was only the beginning of a journey that would lead the brand to become one of the largest in the world. If this part of the story surprised you, like the video, subscribe to the channel to follow the rest of BMW's journey, and comment below. Did you ever imagine that BMW needed to manufacture industrial engines and then motorcycles to survive before entering the world of automobiles? In the late 1920s, BMW was about to take one of the most important steps in its history, definitively entering the automobile market. This move began in 1928, when the company acquired Eisenach Vehicle Factory, located in Thuringia, Germany. This factory already produced, under license, the small Austin 7A simple, compact, and affordable English car. By taking control of this production, BMW finally became a car manufacturer. The first model to bear the BMW brand was the BMW 315, based on the Austin project. Although not an original car, it played a crucial role. The 315 was the beginning of a long journey, allowing BMW to learn the secrets of mass production, design adaptation, and winning over the consumer. It wasn't yet a symbol of luxury, but rather a solid foundation for what was to come. In the 1930s, BMW began to differentiate itself by investing in its own more sophisticated and powerful cars. Models such as the BMW 303, which introduced the iconic double-kidney front grille, a design detail that remains a trademark of BMW cars to this day. This visual element not only reinforced the company's identity but also helped convey the idea of elegance and sportiness. As the decade progressed, BMW focused on increasingly robust and high-performance cars, such as the BMW 328 Roadster launched in 1936. This model quickly gained prominence on the racetrack, accumulating victories and solidifying BMW's image as a manufacturer of sporty and innovative vehicles. The 328 Roadster was not just a car, it was a clear demonstration that the brand had found its path, uniting precision engineering with attractive design and above-average performance. This expansion phase placed BMW among the leading automakers in Germany, but the world was about to face a new catastrophe: World War II. The conflict completely changed the company's course. BMW was forced to redirect its production to meet wartime demands, manufacturing aircraft engines and military equipment. Once again, the brand's identity would be put to the test. What seemed to be a period of consolidation turned into an immense challenge. By the end of the war, BMW was devastated. Factories destroyed, machinery lost, and a reputation compromised by its involvement in the military effort. Many believed the company would never be able to recover. However, if BMW's history had shown anything up to that point, it was its incredible capacity for reinvention. Just as it had done after the First World War, the company would have to reinvent itself again, starting almost from scratch. The brand's future depended on a new reinvention, and this reconstruction would become one of the most impressive chapters in its trajectory. And you, did you ever imagine that the BMW double grille, such a recognizable symbol today, was born in the 1930s, along with the first cars that gave the brand its identity? Leave a like to support the channel, subscribe so you don't miss the next chapters of this journey, and comment below. Which do you think is more iconic, the BMW 315 that opened the doors for automobiles or the BMW 328 sports car that's shown on the racetrack? When World War II ended, BMW's situation was dire. Factories had been destroyed by bombing, equipment confiscated, and the company's reputation tarnished by its involvement in war production. Furthermore, Germany was devastated, in economic and social ruins, and BMW seemed unable to survive. Many believed this would be the definitive end for the brand. But once again, BMW's history would prove that resilience is part of its DNA. Forbidden from manufacturing automobiles and aircraft engines after the conflict, the company literally had to start from scratch. And the first products of this reconstruction were surprising: bicycles, kitchen utensils, and even pots and pans. Yes, the same BMW that would one day make globally coveted luxury cars had to survive by manufacturing basic, everyday items. This survival phase was essential to keep the brand active. But, deep down, the dream had never changed: to return to producing machines that would inspire emotion and deliver high performance. The first step towards this happened in the 1940s and 1950s, with a return to motorcycle production. BMW launched models that restored its reputation for quality and durability, winning over motorcyclists in Europe and other markets. It was the beginning of the slow climb back to prestige. The real turning point, however, came with automobiles. In 1952, BMW launched the BMW 501, known as the Baroque Angel, because of its rounded and elegant lines. Although it was a sophisticated car, its production was expensive and limited, which hindered the company's financial recovery. Soon after, BMW ventured into another segment with the Isetta A micro car with a curious and compact design that became extremely popular in post-war Germany, when affordable mobility was a necessity. This small car, which many called a bubble, helped save the company from bankruptcy. Despite these advancements, the 1950s were marked by enormous difficulties. BMW faced debt, increasing competition, and even rumors that it would be sold to Mercedes-Benz. It was at this critical moment that a new group of investors, led by the Quandt family, entered the scene, believing in the brand's potential and injecting capital to save it. This financial support gave BMW the breathing room it needed to reinvent itself once again. In the 1960s, BMW finally found the formula that would change its destiny. The New Class, the New E-Class, or New Class, was a line of mid-size sedans that combined modern design, powerful engines, and competitive prices. They were practical everyday cars with a sporty soul and were crucial in repositioning BMW as a prestigious and innovative brand. The New E-Class was so successful that it laid the groundwork for the future BMW 3 Series, 5 Series, and 7 Series, which would conquer the world in the following decades. The reconstruction of BMW was not only material, but also symbolic. The company showed the world that it was capable of rising from the ashes, reinventing itself in the face of adversity, and transforming crises into opportunities. It was this spirit of overcoming adversity that consolidated BMW's image as a brand that does not give up, regardless of the circumstances. And you? Did you know that BMW even manufactured pots and bicycles to survive before becoming the powerhouse we know today? Leave a like to support the channel, subscribe to follow the final stretch of this incredible story, and comment below. What impresses you most about this phase? The Isetta microcar that helped save the company, or the audacity of the New Class that defined BMW's future? With the turnaround brought about by the New E-Class models in the 1960s, BMW finally found its definitive identity. It ceased to be merely a car manufacturer undergoing reconstruction and became recognized as one of the world leaders in automotive engineering. It was during this period that the foundations were laid for the cars that are now global icons: the 3 Series, the 5 Series, and the 7 Series. These models put BMW on the international radar as a brand that combined technology, comfort, and, above all, driving pleasure. The slogan "sheer driving pleasure" was not just a marketing phrase. It was the synthesis of BMW's philosophy. While many automakers focused only on luxury or only on performance, BMW found the perfect balance between the two worlds. Driving a BMW didn't just mean getting from one place to another. It was about feeling every curve, every acceleration, as part of a unique experience. The brand's global expansion was impressive. In the 1970s and 1980s, BMW consolidated factories, research centers, and distribution networks in several countries. At the same time, it reinforced its presence in motorsports. The division BMW Motorsport it was created to translate the brand's passion for racing into street models that carried sporting DNA. Thus, the legendary models were born. BMW M1, M3 and M5, which have become a global benchmark in performance and engineering. BMW didn't just produce cars, it produced objects of desire. Its models began to appear in Hollywood films, in the collections of millionaires, and in the most important competitions on the planet. With each victory on the track, BMW's image as synonymous with innovation and speed became even stronger. It was impossible to ignore the brand's cultural impact. Owning a BMW was a symbol of success, status, and lifestyle. Another factor that cemented BMW's status as a global legend was its ability to reinvent itself without losing its essence. The brand embraced new technologies, invested in energy efficiency, and created divisions such as BMW I dedicated to electric and sustainable cars. Even in this new scenario, the philosophy of combining performance with emotion remained strong, showing that BMW knew how to transcend generations without losing relevance. Today, BMW is admired on every continent. Its double front grille is instantly recognizable, and its cars represent a rare balance between tradition and modernity. From aircraft engines to microcars, from crises to resurgences, from racing to absolute luxury, BMW's trajectory proves that no difficulty can stop an idea driven by passion and engineering excellence. BMW is not just a car manufacturer. It represents what Germany has achieved in terms of innovation, resilience, and industrial power. More than just machines, BMW has created an experience, a lifestyle, and a symbol that carries with it more than a century of history. And you, have you ever dreamed of driving a BMW and experiencing firsthand the pure pleasure of driving? Then leave a like to support this video, subscribe to the channel to continue following the stories of giants that changed the world, and comment below. Which BMW model do you admire most, the classics that marked an era or the modern ones that redefine the future? BMW's trajectory is an impressive example of how resilience, strategic vision, and a passion for engineering can transform a company into a true global legend. Founded in 1916 as an aircraft engine manufacturer, the brand faced setbacks that could have ended its history on more than one occasion. It was prohibited from manufacturing what defined it, survived by producing basic utensils and bicycles, weathered two devastating wars, and was on the verge of bankruptcy more than once. But each crisis was also an opportunity for reinvention. BMW refused to disappear. On the contrary, it reinvented itself as a motorcycle manufacturer, found a chance for survival in microcars, was reborn with the audacity of the new class, and consolidated itself with the 3 Series, the 5 Series, and the 7 Series, becoming a definitive symbol of luxury, innovation, and sportiness. This ability to adapt without losing its essence is what differentiates fleeting brands from eternal giants. The most striking aspect of this story is the transformation of BMW's meaning. While in the beginning it was just another engine factory among many others, today it is a global benchmark. The BMW name is not only associated with automobiles, it is associated with status, prestige, cutting-edge technology, and, above all, the unique driving experience. Every turn in a BMW is not just a mechanical action, but a living embodiment of the motto that guides the brand: the pure pleasure of driving. This journey also brings us a powerful reflection. No difficulty, however great it may seem, is capable of defeating an idea driven by passion and determination. BMW not only survived wars, crises, and prohibitions, but transformed each obstacle into fuel to accelerate towards the future. This shows us that the true engine that drives a company, or even a person, is not just technique, but the courage to persist when all seems lost. Today, BMW is not just the Bavarian engine factory its name suggests. It is the embodiment of German engineering in the world, proof that excellence and innovation can create something that transcends time. And every time we see a BMW on the streets, we don't just see a car. We see the story of a brand that dared to dream big and achieve the impossible. Now I want to know your opinion. What part of this journey surprised you the most? Its beginnings in airplane engines, its survival with motorcycles and microcars, or its consecration as a symbol of luxury and sportiness? Leave your comment below, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel and, of course, leave a like to support our work. That way you can continue following the inspiring stories of giants who changed the world.